Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today I want to address a question that keeps coming up, and that is pistol or SBR. Which one should you choose? Let's talk about it. Now, let me go ahead and start off by giving you guys my own personal thoughts and opinions on the topic. If you have a different opinion, go ahead and leave that down in the comment section. But for me, if somebody asks pistol or SBR, I'm going to say pistol every single time, unless there's certain circumstances, and we'll talk about that. But for me, I don't want to give the government any more information than I already have to. And I also don't want to have to give them extra money than I already have to. I also don't want to have to wait several months for them to approve something that we know is going to get approved anyway, as long as I have the right to own this to begin with, right? So we know it's a scheme. It's a money-making scheme. They take your $200, they make you wait several months, and then they allow you to practice something that should be covered under the Second Amendment anyway. So it's one of those things where if I can avoid that whole process, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, not that long ago, when it comes to brace technology for pistols, there really wasn't all that much. You know, the braces were a lot different back then. Most of the time, you just saw people with like a foam cover over the buffer tube, and that foam cover was just to give you a little bit more comfortable when it was against your cheek. And then these brace companies started coming out, and the braces started getting better and better and better, to the point where now I don't really see a need to SBR. Now, like I said, there are, special circumstances, but I don't see a need to SBR, especially if it's going to be your first, okay? So if you already have a bunch of 16-inch or, 18-inchers or something like that, and now you're thinking, maybe I want something that's 10-inch, 9.7, whatever it is, right? And so you go to the store and you're thinking, do I get that, SBR, tax stamp it, or do I buy a pistol? I'm gonna recommend that you pistol the whole time, because that doesn't mean that you can't later on convert it to an SBR and then apply for your tax stamp at that point. You already have it, it's legal in its current configuration, and if you change your mind, you can change your mind, but I would always start off as a pistol, and then again, if you feel the need to change your mind later, you can do that. And then once you do it, and you get your tax stamp back and all that stuff, go ahead and throw on a regular stock and you're good to go. But I mean, come on guys, when I get this question, it's like, look, this is a pistol. This is a pistol brace. It's perfectly legal in this configuration. I'm not going to SBR it. So let's go ahead and talk about those special circumstances that I was talking about earlier, where I might recommend that somebody actually SBR. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about certain reasons why you might want to SBR. Most of these are going to come off of speculation about the ATF. The ATF is an agency that oversteps its boundaries all the time. The ATF is not supposed to make law. That is supposed to be left up to Congress. But if the ATF interprets something different one day than it did on the previous day, then it could make criminals out of law-abiding citizens, and they've done that in the past. So this is nothing new, and a lot of people do worry about that. And so they may want to SBR something just for the simple fact that they're worried that one day the ATF could look at this and say, you know what, that brace is no longer, considered legal, and therefore you have to remove it or you become a criminal. And people get worried about that. They have jobs, they have families, and they don't want to land in jail because the ATF decided to change a regulation or an interpretation of the regulation, and so they may just want to SBR right off the bat. And that that is an option for people if they want to avoid any other misinterpretations by the ATF in the future. And so that could be one reason why somebody might want to SBR. Another reason that somebody might want to SBR is because they own multiple pistols. I have a 9mm, 10mm, 7.62 by 3.9, 5.56, 5.7, 300 blackout. And I don't know, maybe I'll take one of those and SBR that one. And so that I have that one available to me on this channel if I still need to review something or do something while I'm waiting for maybe another tax stamp or something to go through, if the ATF again decides to change their minds and say that having something like this on there is no longer considered legal due to A, B, and C interpretation by so-and-so who's Second Amendment. We're pro Second Amendment, but at the same time we want to take your Second Amendment rights away from you. So if you have multiples, maybe SBR one of them. Or if you're just somebody who's worried about ATF interpretations, just go ahead and do it. I'm not going to tell you not to do it. You live your own life. You do what you want. This is supposed to be a free society, and my opinion is just that. It's my opinion. But if you were to ask me what you should do, I'm just going to tell you to leave it as a pistol. That's my own personal thoughts and opinions on it. I say leave it as a pistol, leave it in the pistol configuration until such time that you would have to change it, or you end up with a bunch of them and you don't mind changing 1 or 2 of them out because you just have a bunch. And so you're going to leave a majority of them as pistols, that's fine, and then maybe change 1 or 2 out, you know, in case the ATF decides to flip on its head again. So for me, you guys got my recommendation, you got my opinion, you know what I think about the entire topic. I think that a pistol in today's configuration, as it's legal today, is a great option for pretty much everybody, and pretty much nullifies the need for an SBR to go through the tax stamp process and to pay all that extra money. I don't see a need for it. So anyway, if you guys have a different opinion again, you can always leave that in the comment section. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.